morning, you lovely lot. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Notch 11. And welcome to Marky Mark.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to a beautiful Sunday morning. It's just about 8 o'clock, isn't it? 8 in the morning. Sun's been up just for a little while. It's going to be an absolute stunner of a day. We're down on Mark's permission. Kindly invited me down to a pretty new field of his. So we're looking forward to lots of good stuff. And we've got a guest. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's say that. We've got the MI5. MI5, M15 even. MI5. Yeah, you ain't seen me, right? M15 coil for the Manticore. So the beast is getting beastlier. So we've brought the big coil down to the fields to see how we get on. Mark's got Sammy the Simplex. I got a Manticore, and we're looking forward to a good few hours of fun. So without further ado, let's get on the field, and we'll see you in a bit.
Look at that.
What is it?
Thimble.
Oh man, worth a dig. First old banger for Marky Mark. Little thimble. Happy days. Well, Mark's had a thimble. Yeah, we've literally. And that one's mine. So let's give it a dig. With the MI5. I keep calling it the MI5. It's not. It's an M15. It's the 15 by 12 inch coil. So it's a beast for the Manticore. It's about 116 grams heavier than the standard coil on a Manticore, in case you're wondering. Which, at this moment in time, early doors, of course, doesn't feel too heavy. Yeah, it's still in the 90s. Pinpointing. I took it out for a couple of hours in the week when I first got it, just to have a play with the pinpointing, and we got it out now. Yeah, still 92, 93. So. Yeah, and I found a couple of coins and some bits and bobs with it, so. And here we go. First find of, or official find, I guess, on film for the Manticore is a big lump of green. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'll give it a clean up. If there's anything there, I'll let you know. So next one, 51, 52, 53. Yeah, and so far so good. I mean, the coil is yes, it's heavier, and you know, when you compare the Manticore anyway with the DS2, it's much heavier, but it feels really well balanced. So it doesn't feel like it's going to be something that's going to, you know, have my arm falling off too soon anyway. But yeah, and a massive thanks to LP. I got it through the LP metal detecting, obviously. Yeah, as always, a fantastic service. I ordered it. I think it was about 1 o'clock on Thursday, and it was here quite literally by I think 3 o'clock on Friday. So 24 hours later, it was in my hand. So yeah, let's dig this 5152. See what we got. Well, still got some work to do with my pinpointing with the big coil, but it's on the side here, look. And it's a green. Well, it's got a green disc-shaped look to it anyway. And it could be a shotty. It could be something else. Is it a button? Yeah, I think I can feel the shank. Yeah, I can. It's a button. That's right. That's 3 holes in. One strange green bit, one bit of lead, and a button. We're about 5 or 6 targets in now. About half an hour, 40 minutes maybe. It's absolutely glorious morning. Hardly a breath of wind. It's going to be a beautiful day, I think. And always, as always, a massive thanks to Marky Mark for letting me come down onto his fields. It's been a little while since we've been together digging. We were on one of the culture digs together, but not digging together recently. So it's nice to get out with my old pal. And we had one in the 40s, and full disclosure, I have seen it already. It's that. Thought it was just a bit of nothingness. But actually, I think it's a bit of a key. The end of a key. If you feel the same, but that definitely looks familiar to me. Let's give it a wipe on my towel just to see if there's anything else on there. But yeah, it's a good start to the day. Yeah, I think there's a hole in the end there, so that's some sort of key, possibly part of a barrel tap key or something like that. Not sure, but that said, we'll take it. Right, let's move on. Well, we're not that long into it, and we think we might have our first coin. You see that? 53. I just had a very similar numbered one, and it was a top of a moo tube. But if I take you in, that to me looks like it might be a silver coin. And I haven't been pinpointed it particularly well. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. It's a sixpence, isn't it? Yeah. What year is that? There we go. Let's give it a whirl. 1928, is that? So that's got to be the good George V. There he is. Yes, now. On the silver, boys and girls. Early on. Wow. I nearly missed it. I'm still getting used to the pinpointing with the big coil, but the M15, or as I call it, the MI5, has sniffed out some silver. 50%. Silver sixpence. George V. And that is in cracking condition. I'm pleased I didn't hit it with the spade. Oh well. Wow, fantastic. Right, let's go and tell Marky Mark. We're on the silver. There he is, off to the left there, Marky Mark. Top geezer. Found himself some nice bits and bobs so far. A couple of thimbles he's on there. Straight after that, George V, sixpence. We had a bit of lead, and then we had another one in the 50s, which was surfacey. So as you can see, I've got the digger in. And then as I pulled the digger upwards, you can see, we've got an edge. So turn the camera on there and then, just in case. We have another coin. Yeah, I think we do have another coin. Excellent. This one I think was a 55, 56, so looks a bit more modern to me, I don't know. But it's a coin, so let's just give it a squirt. Yeah, it looks a bit more modern. I'll give it a squirt, come back to you in a sec. Well, it's not more modern, in fact it's older. It's another George V, it's a farthing, which looks like it's in very good nick, which is why it fooled me. I thought it was, because it was looked so nice in terms of the milled edge, I thought, well, that's going to be a Queen Elizabeth II, but it's not. As you can see, there's a farthing there. My eyes, as you'll all know, are not the best, but I think when I had a little bit of a zoom in, I think it's 1911, so just into his reign, if that's right. But I might have been misreading it, of course. My eyes aren't the best, so yeah, it's another coin. So it's number 2, George V, 2 George V's. Good day, sir. So, first impressions of the M15 Coil from the Manticore from Minelab. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, I'm finding stuff, no problem at all. I know a lot of people are probably going to be thinking, you know, what about the weight, what about the balance? As you may know, or may not know, one of the reasons I left the Simplex behind and picked up the Deus 2 is because of the weight, and because of, well, some damage that I've got to my shoulder that I have to say has been a lot better the last year or so. Not feeling it on my shoulder particularly, swinging away. Yeah, not particularly feeling it. Balance is fantastic. Pinpointing is actually really easy. In case you're wondering, I'll put a picture on the screen now, but it's basically the little blank bit between the writing of the M15 and the little sticker there. So that's where your sweet spot is when you're pinpointing, in case you wondered. But yeah, no, so far so good, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, excellent. Right, so we're a couple of hours in, and see if we can find a bit more for you. Right, next one. High 70s, early 80s. Sod's law, it was quite stable when before I started the camera. But yeah, up in the 80s, we're on a bit of a more barren field now, as you can see. A bit of thicker stubble, but few and far between, so nice and easy swinging actually. So yeah, let's see what we got. About there somewhere. A bit sketchy actually. It was much more stable before I started to dig it, but we shall see. I've moved it because it's jumped up to 89. Let's just bring that lot out. I'm kind of expecting it. Well, let's not say anything and jinx it. Yeah, 86, 87. Hopefully you can see that. Something round. We might have a coin. Right, let's bring you in closer. There we are. About there. Take the glove off, just in case. It's crusty, whatever it is. No, see that infamous orange. Well, I think it's a coin, but I suspect that's going to be a modern 2p, hence why it's so crusty as well. Oh well, it's a third coin though. We'll take it, and we'll move on. I'll try and give it a bit better clean. If there is anything different than what I think it is, and I think that is a 2p, I'll be back to you. Failing that, we'll move on. Well, it's days like these that make you feel glad to be on this lovely earth, because it's beautiful. For a winter's day, it's lovely and warm, and we're having loads of fun, having a good laugh as we go. Next one was in the 50s and 60s, which is a bit of bronze actually, which is really cool. And it's got a nice rim to it, so part of a bronze plate or something like that maybe, don't know. It's nice and heavy, nice and green, and that'll do. Right, next one for your delight. It's a 56. About there. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the coil actually. It's dealing with this stubble perfectly easily. Pinpointing so far, if I take my time anyway, has been reasonably okay, he says. Probably can't find this one now, you wait, but yeah, and it's really warming up. I'm not sure we needed the woolly hats. Yeah, still kind of 56, 57. That's lovely digging, nice season. Right, still in the hole. Let's see what we got. Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with my pinpointing. Smack bang in the middle, and it's actually quite deep. Good 6 or 7 inches down, I'd say. We've moved it, whatever it was. What are you? Show your face. No. Oh, there we go. Yay! Excellent. Probably the oldest coin yet, I'd say. Almost definitely. Oh yeah, there's a bust on there, so I'm not going to wipe it any harder than that. Oh, excellent. That's well deep. Yep, I'd say good 7, 8 inches down actually. And it's a nice bit of green. So let's have a look. There we are. It's obviously someone facing right. You can see the ponytail on the back of his head there. So I'm going to guess William III. A little halfpenny, and that was deep. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. That's the oldest coin by a mile that we found so far. So excellent. We may have walked onto a little bit more history. Excellent. Right, see you in a bit. 47. Deep, very deep. Tiny lozenge of lead. Little tablet, almost like a little tablet. Yeah. Okay. Got some age to that, not quite sure what it is, but it's got some age to it. Moving on. There he is. Marky Mark. Yeah, we've done one length of the field basically in about 3 hours. It's a massive field, and it's been good going. We've had some good bits. We had tons of buttons, which you won't have seen, and bits and bobs. A few coins. Mark's won the coins now. He's had a couple of coins, I think. So, yeah, all good. Anyway. Look at that beauty. 85, 86 on the target line, small dot, M15. Let's dig it. Yeah, I don't think it's that deep, so I'm not going to take too much out in the hope that we have got another coin with a bit of luck. Such a nice dot on the line, so on the 2D screen. Oh, there you go. Something green has come out. I don't know if you saw that pop out, but it's there. There we are. Yep, definitely another coin, I think. Let's come round. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, of course, it's 5 coins now, I think, for me. Excellent. Right, okay, I'll give it a squirt and I'll come back to you and show you what it is. See you in a bit. There he is, if you can see him. George III. I think Mark had a George III as well a little while ago. So, yeah, George III. Not sure if that's a penny or a halfpenny. Probably halfpenny, I'm not sure. It's quite big though. Anyway, just about to see Britannia there. And actually, I think that might come out quite nice. You can see quite a lot of the writing as well by the looks of it. So, yep, yet another coin. Copper one. Could do with another silver or two. That would be lovely. But beggars can't be choosers. And let's move on. Next one, which you can clearly see staring up at you, was a 79. We're just, well, Mark and I are about 4.5 hours in, something like that. Probably got up to about 6 hours, so we're getting through the day. We're going to finally stop for a coffee in a minute. We left our flasks at the start of the field and not realising quite how big the field is. It's taken us 4.5 hours to get one end and back. Anyway, 79. Big buckle. Not that old, but we'll take it. Right, next one. And we've got about an hour left now. So we've found plenty of stuff. Tons of buttons. Quite a few coins for me. Only 1 or 2 coins for Marky Mark. Tons of buttons for him as well. Some bits and bobs. We had a 52. And that's the first musket ball for the M15 coil. Right then, we're nearly out of time. Amazing, and time flies when you're having fun, as they say, and it's been about, well, over 5 hours for Mark and I. We've had a load of fun, and as a result, time has flown. So we're coming up to the very end of the day. So far, first impressions with the M15 Manticore Beast Coil. Pretty beastly, actually. I've been swinging it, as I mentioned earlier on the video. I've been swinging it now for 5-6 hours and my shoulder doesn't feel any different as it would do if I was swinging the normal coil. So it's obviously very well balanced. It's very sensitive, very stable. Haven't had to play around with anything to get it to behave. And it's been absolutely fine, and we've found some deep targets. So can't complain. And this one here, where is it? There it is. It's high 60s. Oh, and by the way, the pinpointing's pretty easy as well for a big coil. So I've only missed a couple really, and that's been through not paying attention. So there we go. Yeah, it's out. We've got a high 60s, early 70s. And can we finish with a coin with a bit of luck? Well, it's out. Oh, here we go. Straight away. No, we couldn't have done, could we? We couldn't have ended with another silver. We have, you know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The good old live dig silver. Oh, that's amazing. Right, let's get round to so I can see what you're seeing. Oh, as he drops it straight back in the hole. Yeah, straight to it as well. Good pinpointing, Marcus. Oh, that's awesome. Double silver with the new coil. Right, I don't know who that is. Let's give it a squirt rather than scratching it. And I'll come back to you in a sec. We're on the silver again. There he is. Good old George III himself. Not technically allowed to call these bullheads, are we, Gaz? I think it's the actual bullhead is something is a half crown or something, but often referred to as a bullhead silver. That is George III in all his glory. Bit tarnished, as you'd imagine. So would we be, wouldn't we? If we'd been under the ground for a couple of 100 years. But yeah, presumably that's a sixpence. You can see the detail coming through. I think that's going to come up lovely, actually. Yeah, that looks like it's in very good condition. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, fantastic. So we've had George V silver and George III silver in amongst lots of other bits and bobs which have been really, really, really enjoyable to dig. I hope you've enjoyed them as much, even half as much as I have. Oh, that's brilliant. We'll look at that in a bit more detail, obviously, back at the ranch. But double silver for the new coil, the M15 on the Manticore. heading back towards Mark now, so there might be one or two more, but that will be the last live one. And what a way to do it. See you in a bit. There we go, folks. What was that, 5.5 hours?
5.5 hours, yeah.
5.5 hours of pure fun with my good mate Marky Mark. It was a great day. Thank you so much for having me, mate. I'm genuinely and as always honoured to be on the field with you, mate. Really do appreciate. And you know, coming down onto his field and taking 2 silvers off it as well. So, and I did offer them to Mark, and he's very kindly, as always, said absolutely not, they're mine. So fantastic. Looking forward to cleaning them up. We found loads of other bits and bobs, plenty of coins between us.
Beautiful day as well.
Yeah, gorgeous, glorious day. Look at that. We've had it all. We've been like millionaires on our own fields, isn't it? It's been absolutely fantastic. So thanks as always for joining me. Stick around for the roundup. Been really impressed with the big coil. We've had a great day, and looking forward to going back and have a nice cold beer. So we'll see you back at the ranch. Righto then, folks. Try and keep this short and sweet. First and foremost, massive thanks to Mark. Mate, I always enjoy digging with you. We have such a laugh, don't we? So thank you so much for getting us together on your fields. Amazing day. We had such good fun. And I was super impressed with that M15 coil. Not only did it find small stuff, but it also found stuff really deep down as well. Great coverage, stable, not too heavy. I swung it for 5-6 hours without any problems with my shoulder. Yeah, super impressed and super excited to get it back out again this weekend. As for the finds, yeah, some cracking history actually, and I'll try and keep this as short and sweet as I can. Plenty of nondescript lead, plenty of kind of greeny bits in cat corner, a ton of buttons, 20 plus buttons there. That's probably the best one. It's got a bit of a pattern to it and some gold gilding. Up into the interesting right hand corner, we had a buckle, we had a little blob of bronze. We had a little bit of a key, possibly a barrel tap key. We had this very thin disc. I don't think that is a button. I think that might well be a copper hammered coin, but it's well blank. Even underneath that crust, I don't think we're going to find much off that. We had part of a Victorian trade weight. I thought this might be a bit of a bronze pot on the field, but as you can clearly see, you've got obviously the rim, but also a V and a cross or a sword stamped into it. So shame that wasn't whole. That would have been lovely. Interesting lead, we had a post office bag seal, a musket ball, this little blob or lozenge with a hole all the way through it, so it's possibly some sort of lead weight. This is, I didn't film, I'm pretty sure. Looks like it might be a bit of a medieval lead token. I thought it was just a blank piece of lead when I dug it, but yeah, that's quite interesting as well. Then we had, I think 8 coins, and I've grouped them into monarchs. We had 2 modern Queen Elizabeth II coins, a 2p and a 1p. We had 2 George V. So we had this beautiful little farthing. Very early in his reign, this one, 1911. I think he came onto the throne in 1910. So happy with that. And then a half silver, 1928 sixpence. Beautiful, that's come up really well. Very, very happy with that. Then we had a really interesting one. This was the super deep one. I don't know if you can see there's actually 2 busts. So it's William and Mary. So that will be mid-1690s. She died 1694, so maybe just slightly earlier than that actually. And then obviously it was just the William III bust on it after that. So yeah, they don't come up that often. And so that would be, yeah, it's kind of 1690-ish. So very, very happy with that. Then we had an early George III halfpenny, and that was from the 1770s. As you can just about see at the bottom there. So that's an early one. Then a much later one, so that's 1806. That's the one with the little bust in the middle, George III. Typically 1806 or 1807. Hoping that will clean up a bit better when I finish with it. And then, of course, my most favourite find of the day is this beautiful sixpence, 1817, gorgeous. You know, it's come up really, really well. I did it in a bath, a saucepan of boiling water with a little tinfoil boat and some baking soda, and that's brought it up lovely, actually. Yeah, and it looks actually like it might even have a counter stamp in it, if you can see that there. I can't make out what it is, whether it's a letter or a shape or a shield or something, but yeah, that's beauty. Really, really happy with that. And all in all, a fantastic day in the fields with Marky Mark. So that's it for now. Thanks as always for joining me. I'm out this weekend on a Let's Go Digging event in Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk. It's the first time they've been on that farm. It promises to be an amazing day, so keeping everything crossed. There's some familiar faces there as well, so looking forward to seeing them. And of course, looking forward to seeing you again next week. So thanks as always for joining me, and I'll see you very soon.